Do you have a favorite item that you go shopping for, you and your
I love
missus?
salt and vinegar fried chicken.
Foodland really does it up
Just
there.
telling you, it's amazing.
It's a great partnership. Major Troy Trimmer, Divisional Commander of the Salvation Army, Hawaiian and Pacific Islands, thank you for making time with 105.9 The Wave. How's the Salvation Army been, the whole dynamic?
Candidly, Salvation Army is doing great. Kathy, it's great to be here with you. Glad to not only be part of this participation in what we're doing with Foodland, but incredibly glad to be back home in Hawaii. My wife's from here, grew up with Moanalua Gardens, graduate Moanalua High, right? Then live in Waipahu, which is where I met her, and then we got married many, many years ago, 30 plus years ago now. Back in Hawaii since January, having the privilege of overseeing all of the Salvation Army in Hawaii and the Pacific Islands.
How is the Salvation Army working with Foodland in 2023?
Yeah, holidays are always busy season. Busiest season, first quarter of the year is huge busyness for most nonprofits, and Salvation Army is no different. But one of our greatest partnerships is with Foodland. We absolutely love the Share a Holiday Feast program that we do every holiday season for Thanksgiving and for Christmas, where customers at Foodland, November and December, can give back to their communities all through Hawaii.
There is a way to do it when you're shopping at Foodland at checkout.
Really simple. Go get your own groceries, get what you need, and then on checkout, you can give increments of $5, $10, or $20, or even more if you'd like to do that. You can round up at the sale, or you can give a general donation. You can even use Makai points of 250. Every 250 Makai points that are contributed turn into a $5 gift. And then Foodland takes all of those donations in the islands in which they're given, and they turn those into $20 Share Holiday Feast gift certificate that they give to the Salvation Army, and the Salvation Army distributes those to folks in need.
This season, it's different. Usually if you're on Oahu, it's for Oahu. If you're on the neighbor islands, it's wherever you are.
Well, obviously our ohana in Hawaii as a whole understands that things are different this year because of the fires that happened in Maui. And so many people on Oahu or on Kauai or wherever they're at may be giving as they regularly give to Foodland. But in addition to that, if you want to contribute to Maui, you can go ahead and do that. You just have to indicate that at the cash register or online when you order.
When you make your donation at checkout, what happens next?
What happens next is Foodland converts those donations into $20 certificates, right? Share a Holiday Feast gift certificate that is given and distributed to the Salvation Army on the island in which those funds are raised. And then the Salvation Army, meeting with their clientele and with families in need, distribute those so that people can go get their own Thanksgiving meal, whether it's poke or whether it's turkey, right?
What is the need right now in the community, and how is the Salvation Army helping with that need?
Well, the need is always great. Obviously, Hawaii was really hit hard during the pandemic economically, and then probably worse than any other state in the union. That's always a difficulty. And then in addition to that, obviously the Maui fires, countless of our ohana displaced. And so Salvation Army has its hands to the plow and its feet on the ground and continues to just love on and invest in the people of our communities. And so whether that's food insecurity, which Foodland helps deeply with, or whether that's addiction treatment programs, or whether that's programs for kapuna or keiki, Salvation Army is greatly impacted, and it's because of partners like Foodland that we can make a huge difference in the community.
It's wonderful to have the community have a choice in opting in to make a donation at checkout at Foodland and Sack and Save. What about the families that may be in need who would like to put in a request for a meal via this program? How can they go about that?
Yeah, the Salvation Army on every island pretty much has a core community center. That's what we call our churches, but that's also where we run our social ministries. And so you just have to contact your local Salvation Army, and your local Salvation Army will walk you through it and work with it. And then we will obviously be the recipients of the great benevolence of those customers of Foodland who continue to give. Foodland Sack and Save, where they just continue to round up, or they continue to give their Makai points, or they continue to give increments of $5, $10, or $20. And then we'll take what they convert to gift certificates and help those families in need.
Is there anything you wanted to add in regards to Share a Holiday Feast certificates with Foodland and the Salvation Army now through December 31st, 2023?
Well, I think one of the things that we really love about this is not only that we get the opportunity to contribute to people, but that it's been a long-standing relationship. Back in 1988, right? Some of your listeners weren't even born in 1988, and some of us were born.
I was certainly here.
Some of us graduated high school already. It's all right. But since 1988, a customer on Maui, believe it or not, wanted to give a turkey to somebody in need. And so the Foodland and the Salvation Army struck up a relationship. And so we've been going since 1988, which one of my favorite things about it is that it's a long-standing relationship of two organizations who deeply care about the ohana of Hawaii. And we're incredibly appreciative of all of the customers of Foodland and Sack and Save and Foodland Farms who continue to care about their neighbors in such a significant way.
Thank you so much for making time this morning. Major Troy Trimmer of the Salvation Army. And also I want to give a special shout out to Foodland's Leah Lee, who's also providing information for this morning's talk story. Thank you. Happy holidays.
Thank you. Happy holidays.